Okay, good evening, friends. Welcome to the Domain Analytics program. So first of all, we will learn about ML. What is ML? Just a second. Yeah. So first of all, let's learn about ML, or also known as machine learning. Okay. So if we talk about machine learning, they are nothing but simple algorithms. Okay, simple mathematical algorithms to understand and build methods. They are simple algorithms to understand and build methods. Okay, that learn, method that learn. What do they learn? These methods leverage data to improve on some set of tasks. So basically what I'm trying to tell you here is machine learning, they consist of simple algorithms that try to understand and build methods from the given data. And they use this learning, okay, to get answers on some other set of data. Okay. Now ML is a subset of AI. Okay. If AI is a superset, ML is a subset of AI. Whatever we do in ML will eventually lead to an AI application. Okay. So let us know some examples. Let us learn about some examples, famous examples of ML. Some applications or famous applications which uses this ML algorithms. Okay. So as we know, this ML algorithms, they have wide range of applications. Okay, so let's discuss some of the applications. Okay. So first application is traffic alerts, or you can say, Google Maps. Okay, so Google Maps are a classic example of machine learning models in which it uses a combination of people using the service, okay, the people who are using the service plus historical data. And few other tricks which it learns. Okay, to give us the fastest route, or we can say estimate time of arrival. Okay, so these kind of information we can get from Google Maps using. So these uses some of ML algorithms to give us these kind of answers. Similarly, let's talk about another application. You must know it as Facebook. Okay. So when you are posting in Facebook, okay, suppose you upload a photo. As you upload a photo, it will show you recommendations to tag friends. Automatic friend tagging suggestions you get. Okay, so it is a combination of face detection and image recognition. Also, Facebook uses a deep learning program known as deep face. Deep learning algorithm. This algorithm is known as deep face. Okay. Also, there are some applications. Let's talk about a wide range of applications. We are having some in transportation also. Transportation or commute, daily commute. So you must have heard about Uber, Ola. Okay. So these also use AI models to even book a. Okay. It gives you an option to go home, go to office, or go to any frequently traveled places. So what it does, it uses the history and patterns, your patterns, daily patterns, to give you recommendations. Okay. Also, it uses ML algorithm on top of historic trip data. To give you the ETA, estimated time of arrival. Okay. Also, we are having recommendation, product recommendation is also a use case of this machine learning. Product recommendation. So Google, if you are searching something, suppose in Amazon, okay, you might find it when you are browsing your Facebook or when you are going through YouTube, you will find those suggestions. So what does Google do? It tracks, okay, it tracks your search history and gives you ads based on your search history. Around 35% of Amazon review is from these ads only. Okay, 35% of Amazon's revenue comes from this way only, through recommended ads. Next, we are also having virtual personal assistant. Okay, like Siri, Cortana, Alexa, and many more. Okay, so they help you to find useful information when you ask them using your voice or text. The ML algorithms used in these cases are speech recognition, speech to text, natural language processing NLP, text to speech. Okay. Then nowadays you have heard about Tesla, self-driving cars. Okay, the self-driving cars, the hardware vendor, you know, NVIDIA. Okay, in combination with NVIDIA, they have created this. This self-driving cars, this models works on deep learning models. Okay, what they do is they collect data or they crowdsource the data from all vehicles and drivers. They also use IoT sensors. Okay. They also use IoT sensors to detect the presence of an entity. Next, dynamic pricing. Okay, setting the right price for a good or service is what dynamic pricing is all about. So there are a lot of pricing strategies, and we have AI enabled pricing solutions. Okay, we have AI enabled pricing solutions which track the buying trend and determine the fluctuations in market and recommend a price accordingly. Okay, then we are having Google Translate. Google Translate, this also uses neural networks. Okay, they use Google Neural Machine Translator. Okay, to translate a lot of languages. Okay, we have also seen one of the examples, major examples of a recommendation engine, Netflix. Okay, they collect data from each user and provide personalized recommendation for each user. Okay, and for this reason they have a very high customer retention rate. Even if they are so costly, they have very high customer retention rate. Okay, one more we see is fraud detection. So fraud detection, we know credit card frauds. Okay, this at one time this was a major issue. Many credit card frauds were happening. Okay, so nowadays we are having ML algorithms which keep a track on suspicious activities relating to transaction. Okay, whenever it finds a suspicious activity, it stops the transaction then and there. Okay, so these were the few examples or few applications in different fields. Okay, I was trying to show you the ML algorithms are having a lot of or a wide range of applications in many fields. Okay, similarly, we are also seeing many improvements in this field, legal and law analytics. Okay, so let's discuss about some examples, or let's discuss about this topic at hand, legal and law analytics. So the agenda for this whole program, okay, this is an 8-day program. So we'll see what all we are going to discuss. So first day we are having applications, okay, applications on legal and law. Second, we are having CRISP MLQ methodology or project management methodology. Okay, third day we'll be seeing data cleaning, okay, or exploratory data analysis and data pre-processing steps. We'll be seeing this. Third day we'll be moving on to unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, we'll be learning on this K means clustering algorithm. Then we'll move on to supervised learning. Okay, here we'll be seeing K nearest neighbor, decision tree, linear regression. It is a mix of classification and regression problems. Okay, and on the last day we'll be talking about some of the deep learning or neural networks, you can say. Okay, we'll be learning about what are MLP, multi-layer perceptrons. Okay, so this is the agenda of the whole this analytics program. So let's start. So the introduction to this legal thing. So we are having legal research and legal analytics, two different things. So let us learn. So previously what was happening for many years, we saw litigators that were serving their clients. Okay, they were using facts of law for legal reasoning. Okay, and to identify the relevant laws, cases, rules to apply to the facts, they conducted legal research. Okay, but this research took a lot of time. Okay, they had to go through all the legal documents, all the cases, historical cases, okay, different files. They had to do a lot of research to get some facts. But now a new tool has appeared. Okay, this tool is known as legal analytics. So what does this entail? Legal analytics. So legal analytics involves mining of data which are contained in case documents and docket entries. Okay, we aggregate all of this data and we try to find insights which were previously unknown. Okay, these insights we can see or we can provide on the basis of this individuals. So how a judge or lawyer reacts, okay, or what kind of mentality they are having when going through cases. Okay, we can find all these details. We can also find about organizations, okay, parties, courts, law firms. We can also find details about subject of lawsuits like patents, cases on patents. Okay, these kind of informations we can find using legal analytics. Okay, so these litigators must know how to conduct a legal research, but they should also be aware of legal analytics. Okay, this is an upcoming field, means it is already there. Okay, this is not a replacement. Okay, this is a supplement to legal research. It doesn't replace legal research. We still require to do legal research. Okay, but it is easier with legal analytics. Doing this research is easier if we use legal analytics as well. Now, this litigators can use legal analytics to find trends and patterns in past cases. Okay, and from these past cases, they can anticipate the outcomes in our current cases. Now, unlike legal research, legal analytics can be used very quickly to find answers on a practical question. Okay, if you are going to do legal research, it will take a lot of time. If you are going to answer a practical question, okay, you'll have to go through a lot of files, case files, okay, different dockets, okay, many things you'll have to do. So you'll have to do a thorough research to get a simple answer. But with this legal analytics, this has been made quite easy. Also, lawyers can get data-driven answers to the client question. Okay, data-driven answer to the questions the client asked, which might, if we are doing research, it would have taken weeks to get. Okay, we can immediately give, or within a short period of time, we can find these answers if we are using legal analytics. Now, what are the advantages? What are the advantages? It gives us a competitive advantage. Okay, so like in any competitive activity, okay, if you are having more information than opponent, you have a distinct advantage. Now, this legal analytics gives litigators an advantage over opposing counsel by providing data-driven insights on how the judges and different parties and attorneys have behaved in similar cases. Okay, and how they are likely to behave in present or future cases. We can also predict outcomes and replicate successful strategies. Okay, so given the historical data, from this historical data, we can predict what the outcome will be for our present case. Okay, so here we can see we cannot predict an outcome of a particular case with 100% accuracy. Okay, but we can provide insights which will increase the odds or increase our odds and give us an accurate prediction. Okay, it enables user to pursue an accurate litigation strategy that is more likely to succeed. So it gives us, or it gives us an idea on a strategy on which we should work on so that we are likely to succeed. Okay, likely to succeed. Okay, let's talk about some of the advantages. Some more advantages of analytics. So we can also use analytics as a workflow and business development tools. Okay, basically, if we are working in a law firm, okay, sometimes you need to find an answer to a question very quickly. So legal analytics can be used to get this done. Legal analytics can be used to answer or to find answers to practical questions very quickly. Okay, Law firm and corporate firm department. Okay, law firm and corporate law department support staff. Law department support staff can also apply legal analytics to their work. Law firm and corporate law department support staff, they can also use legal analytics to do their work. Now, law firms can also identify relevant litigation trends, okay, and insights to highlight in their advertising, okay, and public relations or marketing to promote their brand. Law firms use this analytics, legal analytics, okay, to give litigation trends. Or suppose a very famous case is going on, so they will give you insights on what could happen, okay. And if they're giving us correct insights, you can say their brand also grows. Okay. Now, next is exploring alternate legal strategies. Okay, the power and speed of legal analytics. Okay, it is very powerful tool and it gives us fast answers. So this property of this legal analytics tool, it empowers attorney to explore and experiment with different legal scenarios. Okay, so previously what happens, okay, an attorney will go through some of the files and they will be fixed on a legal strategy. Okay, because this itself, it will take more time if you are doing research. If you are doing research and finding it, it will itself take more time. Okay, so you will be unable to look at this case from different angles. But if you are using a legal analytics program or a legal analytics algorithm, so you will be easily able to find the details of this case. Okay, then also you will be having time to look at this scenario from different angles. Okay, and by looking at these all things, okay, different angles, you can offer the best and most informed counsel to the clients. Now, testing a strategy against outcomes data from similar prior cases and exploring alternatives if the prospects from that strategy look unpromising. Represent the power and promise of legal analytics. Okay, so you try and test different, legal strategies against different outcome data to see what can be the solution for this. Okay, also this makes good lawyers better. Okay, so if you are a good lawyer using this strategies, you will have better opportunities, or this will help you grow basically as a lawyer. So what are the challenges we face? What are the challenges we are facing in analytics, legal and law analytics? So basically, legal and law analytics, they are largely dependent on data. Okay, so what happens? We are having documented data. Okay, so our first work is to digitize the data. digitize the data. We digitize the data, tagging it. And making it in the form, record it in a form that is readable by ML algorithms. Okay, but this analytics is highly dependent on data. So if this data itself is not good, or it is having weaknesses, okay, our resulting analytics will also be weak. Okay, it will not be a good resulting analytics. Outcome will not be good. Again, in some of the cases, we might not have enough details. Okay, so there is also a need of larger data set. Okay, there is a need of a larger data set. If we are not having enough data, if we are not having enough data, our models will not be able to find enough you can say, if there is not enough data, we will not be able to give proper outcomes. Now, if the data has inaccuracies in this, so if the data has inaccuracy and we trained our model on that, data has inaccuracy, and we are training our ML model on this inaccurate data. So our resulting outcomes will also be inaccurate. Okay. Now, one of the largest problem with data is the data may be biased. Okay, as these are legal written documents. So someone has written, that someone might be biased towards, they might be biased towards one of the party. So this legal document might not be a neutral document. And if you are not having a neutral document, we will also get our results or outcomes as biased. Okay. Next, lack of sophisticated tagging. Okay. So generally, this our data is unstructured data in this. So let me tell you about structured, unstructured data. So structured data are those which are found in a tabular format. Okay, are found in tables having row and columns. But legal data are rarely in this form. Okay, if they have been processed, then they might be present in this form. But generally, we are having unstructured data. What is unstructured data? Unstructured data are those data which are not in tabular form. Okay, and also cannot be converted to a tabular form. Now this data, or you can say this is a text data. Okay, we have to somehow convert this into structured So for that, we'll have to do some pre-processing techniques. Okay, this will be seeing what all pre-processing techniques we'll be using. But this unstructured data, okay, we will have to tag this data or give some kind of schema to this data so that it can be accessed. Okay. Now, if we are not having this tagging in a document, it will be very hard. It will be very hard to process this document. Process the document. It will be hard. Okay, next. Over reliance or non-consistency of data. So these are two different things. Over reliance. Suppose if we are having a historical data, a historical case data, if we are having, and we are using this, okay, for our current case. But we are not, suppose we are not checking all the details on this data. There might have been some changes after this history. Okay, so we are over reliant on this data. This is not good. Okay, we should check out all the records, okay, pertaining to this data. So we should not be over reliant on a single piece of data or a single piece of you can say outcome. Okay, we should check the case from different angles again, okay, which we saw in the advantages. There might have been some changes in the history of that legal thing. Non-consistency of data. If our data is inconsistent, okay, if our data is also inconsistent, this will also not result in a good outcome. Last, black box algorithm. Okay, so the algorithms used to decode, or you can say digitize this our data from documents to digital form. Okay, these are black box algorithms. Means we will not be able to know how they are converting this, how this is working, okay, how they are doing this. So any changes if you want to do, it will be very hard to make those changes. Okay, these are some of the challenges. Also, there is one more challenge. So we should also keep us updated with recent changes in legal texts. Okay, if these are not updated in our legal analytics, then it might also lead to a wrong outcome. Okay, so we should also keep ourselves updated with the recent changes. Now let's talk about some of the use cases. Document automation. Okay. So these are, most of them are based on unstructured data. And we are trying to convert this unstructured data to a structured data. Okay. So document automation. We are having a document. We want to convert this into, or automatically it will find all the keywords in the documents, or automatically it will find the topics in this document. Okay. So these kind of automations we are trying to do using this in our legal analytics documents. Contract review. Okay. So this contract is done between two parties. Okay. We try to review this contract using legal analytics, and we can find different details. Okay, little details you can also find, and this ML algorithm will also answer your questions pertaining to this contract. Okay. Litigation prediction. Okay, with legal analytics, we will be able to predict with some degree of accuracy about the chance or about the outcome of a case. And as we discussed, legal analytics itself is a use case where we try to convert all the legal documents, case documents and everything into a digital form. Then from this digital data, we try to find some patterns in other cases. Okay, we use this data for other cases. We also try to find question answers. Okay. Legal research. So as we know, what a legal research is, finding answers to legal questions which are related to some recent cases, suppose. So if we are doing a research on a case, okay, if we use here ML algorithms, it will be very easy and very quick for us to find results. Okay, let us talk about some of the other use cases or tasks we can perform. So if we are having a text document or a PDF document, we can use this to recognize characters, or we call it as OCR, optical character recognition. Okay, we can use ML algorithms to do this in legal documents. Okay, we can also use this legal document pre-processing methods we are having in ML. Other than this, we are having something known as clause segmentation, in which we can find details about different clauses. Okay. Then from the documents, we can also try and find the named entities. This is known as NER, named entity recognition. Okay, next, we can also do legal norm classification. So what are legal norms? Let us know. Legal norms. So you can say these are the foundation of legal systems. You can say these are the rules that guide the legal systems. Okay. So this also we can classify what are the legal norms. We are also having document matching. Okay, these are all the tasks or use cases that we can use on analytics, legal analytics. Document comparison. Okay, we can compare two documents and also check for semantics in this documents. Okay, we can also mine for arguments. Argument mining. Okay, so it is a technique in which we can automatically extract and identify the argumentative structure in a text document. Okay, argumentative structure in a text document using NLP or natural language processing. Okay, so many other use cases are there. So we will discuss all of this as we go along in the program. Okay, so let us also just a second. Let us also discuss about some of the methods we need to use to extract these informations. Okay, so for this we'll be using NLP, natural language processing models, generally, because these are all unstructured. Okay, we'll also have to use text visualizations, OCR, as we discussed earlier, optical character recognition. We'll also have to use rule-based methods for NLP. Okay, we'll also have to use statistical NLP. We'll also have to use different machine learning frameworks. Okay, also neural networks. So these all methods or algorithms we need to use here. And let us also discuss some of the libraries in Python by which we can use this. So some of the libraries which we can use are Spacy, okay, Scikit. So Spacy, you can say it is the industrial strength natural language processing. NLP. Scikit is a this contain all the ML algorithms. In Python, we'll also use NLTK, which is the natural language toolkit. Okay, apart from this, we will also be using BERT. Okay, we can use Flare, Haystack, many more models or libraries we can use. Okay, so we'll be seeing all this. Okay, friends, so that was it for my legal and law application session, first session. We'll be seeing more to come in the session. Okay, thank you everyone for attending the session, and I hope you'll be back for the next session. We'll be taking the next session at the same time tomorrow. So hope to see you again. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.